Hey everybody, we are actually
Well, I've been sitting here on this dock by the bay, watching my blue skies turn to gray. Didn't know if I should run or stay, so I pulled up Mike's weather page, 'cause Mike's weather page, you know he's got the news to keep you safe. Mike's weather page is only a click or two away. Well, I admit that I had one or a few, 'cause I was down and I was feeling blue. But then I clicked on Mike's fan page. I saw all my friends now, I'm okay. 'Cause Mike's weather page, you know he's got the news to keep you safe. Mike's weather page is only a click or two away. We all know Mike's a real fun guy. He'll track the storms as they blow by. But when the drunk donkey comes out to play, Miss Julie, take his phone away. 'Cause Mike's weather page, you know he's got the news to keep you safe. Mike's weather page is only a click or two away.
Not sure what the gusts are, but
well, there's Louie and Hunter too. No telling what they're gonna do.
I think we're
you know he's got more than 1 million fans. Yeah, 'cause now Mike's weather page, you know he's got the
trying to keep the camera from getting wet.
Mike's weather page is only a click or two away. Mike's weather page, you know he's got the news to keep you safe. Mike's weather page is only a click or two away.
Yeah. What's up, everybody? Good morning. Day after the 4th. How is everyone doing? Hope you had a great holiday. We had a scheduled live yesterday, but had to run Emily down to the doctor. She's okay, but it was a 9:30 appointment, so we got her in. She doing kid things that kids do. She pitches and she drags her foot, as pitchers do, and she got a hole in her shoe, and she didn't tell us and beat up her foot. We had new cleats, and Mom says, "Why didn't you wear the new cleats?" And Emily says, "I didn't have any laces." So it got infected, and everything's okay. But I'm like, you don't want to lose your toe. We're going to the doctor. She wanted to go to the beach, so I don't know what it is about the boilins and feet, between flip-flops and toes, breaking toes. Anyway, so things are good now. She got her cleats, so. So good morning, everybody. A little bit of weather out there to talk about, not a lot. Things are quiet, hot. As I mentioned, hope you had a great 4th of July. We went to the Rays game, and unfortunately the Rays lost, but still fun. They had a great little celebration there at the beginning of the game, as they always do. Had out the big flag and stuff, so that was cool. So yeah, we'll say hey for a little bit, and then we'll kind of talk weather. There's not a ton going on out there, so it's hot. Dan Patterson, what's up, buddy? 5 o'clock somewhere, yep. Cassandra wants pancakes. Emily loves pancakes. What's up, Holly Mills? Dan, another Dan in there. What's up, Loretta Reed? Tom, what's up, buddy? Valerie, good morning. Chris, 91. Yeah, I 91 temperature. I found 90. Is it 91 at Clearwater Beach now, the water temperature? 88 is my magic number. Elisa, yep, very humid. Christopher Vaughn says it's super hot. Yep. Ho, Brian Morris over there on YouTube said he's still fixing his home from Hurricane Ian, 2.5 feet of water. Not good, man. Ian is still a lot of cleanup and recovery down there. Southwest Florida. It takes months, takes years. Just ask those Hurricane Michael and Harvey, every hurricane. But Jennifer, you guys saw your first ABC store? That's cool. Well, our Daily Brew is brought to you by them, our great friends at ABC. I'm glad you noticed they're at ABC. They're all around this great state of Florida here, scattered about. We got over 100 of them. Family owned and operated since 1936. A staple of Floridian culture. Nancy Holmes, no, Louis likes to chill. He's kind of he's a little laid back. So there you go. Cheers to Louis. Waking up with Louis. All right, so we got this little blob out there. There's nothing tropical. I just wanted to put it on the blob. we track blobs here. Nothing tropical. Always go to the page first thing in the morning. There's your official NHC map. There you go. No tropical cyclones. They didn't even highlight it. So if you're worried about the Gulf blob, it's nothing more than some rain and storms in the Gulf. But we'll show it a little bit. It's heading up towards Texas, Louisiana. Going to bring some rain today and tomorrow, it looks like. We got a high pressure currently. I'll show you here in a second. But this is what you should wake up to every day. Of course, I have it on my app. You can go to... and I thank a fan that let me know. They changed the 5-day to 7-day, and I didn't have it updated. I really appreciate whoever that was that emailed me. But anyway. It's on the app there. No tropical development expected. So that's always good, right? Chicago Street Race, Christopher Vaughn asked. It was amazing. I thought it was cool, man. I don't know if it's because it was different or we had a first-time New Zealander, that made NASCAR look kind of silly. But it was cool to see the streets, the elevation changes. I thought it was really neat to see the, the old city there. And I'd love to see it down in Tampa Bay. That would be so cool. For sure. Weather World today. Here's the National Weather Service map. This is from your naturalweather.org. And pretty much not a lot. Got a little coastal flooding up there in Jersey, Delaware. Big story, of course, is Florida. Florida Peninsula, a little bit of southern Georgia. Big time heat. Heat advisories are up. I posted a little bit ago, but triple digit heat indexes today. Again, it's hot. It feels hot in here, and it's probably the air conditioner struggling a little bit. But that's it. Are these air quality alerts? Yeah, air quality alerts. We've got some air quality alerts around the Great Lakes here, down into Pennsylvania. My mom and dad's hometown, close to Pittsburgh here. Some air quality alerts. Let's see what this is up here. We got some coastal flooding, New Jersey and Delaware. Coastal flood advisories. Must be some winds. All right, let's take a look at the wind map. I want to show you the high pressure that's cooking out there, that's bringing in all these wild, hot days we've had. So here's current look. 7 millibars showing you the high pressure system. High pressure system spin clockwise. Remember the old clocks? Not digital clocks. So this is helping fuel this convergence here of storms bubbling over here in the bay. And it's going to, follow the wind flow. Wind flow is going to push it northward up to Texas and Louisiana. So there's your high pressure. Now, some of these winds kind of go around the state. That's why we get these hot 100-degree days in Florida. We really don't have any winds rolling in off of that cooler Gulf of Mexico that helps keep a couple degrees down. Same thing on the East Coast here. So the winds are coming in from north and heating things up. So this is the pattern that Tampa Bay yesterday had a record high 97 degrees yesterday. There's several places yesterday that had record high heat across Florida. And if you follow the line here, we're going to have some storms bubbling today across the upper Gulf. You can see kind of where it's going to mix a little bit. So we're going to show you that here in a second. So storms along the upper Gulf. Storms here in the inland sections today. But there's your big H. H for hot. H for heat. So anyway, as far as tropics go, listen, July typically is very slow, okay? Very normal. Everybody gets into a little lull, you know. We do have El Nino, but we also have hot waters. I think I read yesterday was the hottest global day they had on record, so it was hot across the whole globe. Stacy down there in the St. Thomas area, you got a big plume of Saharan air layer. Had a good question asking about the air and how the Saharan dust gets picked up. Well, a lot of it's thunderstorms and stuff lifts it, you know, uprising. It gets sucked up with storms, you know, natural convection. So convection in storms helps lift the dust, and then it rides along a boundary of basically tropical winds, and it kind of rides along that upper middle atmosphere before it comes back down or floats away. But there you go, Carrie. Up July 3rd, hottest day ever. Incredible. But there's your weather for a day. This is still not working yet. I apologize. This is a Twitter update. I used to have this Twitter list here for the last, I don't know, 15 years maybe. And it's on everybody's site. Everybody that embedded their post. So we're hoping that gets fixed. Even if you go to like Tropical Tidbits, his Twitter feed here, his posts say nothing there. I know that Storm Prediction Center also has that embedded on their site down here. Nothing to see here. So it's a bummer. Let's see some other things quick. So here's the Storm Prediction Center map today. It's white. Pretty much middle U.S. storms. We don't have a lot of tornado outlooks. Here's tornado, a little stretch there, North Texas. Wind mainly from thunderstorms, a little bit of hail. But that's the pattern here. Here's tomorrow. More storms, nothing for the south and the east coast, and then on Friday, same. So we're kind of locked into this pattern. Nothing too severe across the south, across Mississippi eastward for the next several days. We got a little bit more today. Is probably the best chance for some stronger storms. Future radar, you can kind of see it. I always pull up my paid site, but you can go to here, HRRR here, Tropical Tidbits, great map. It updates every hour. And you can see the flow today. You can watch these storms kind of getting sneaky close to Texas later this afternoon, later tonight. This is that blob that's down there in the bay. Pulling up, kind of helping juice things up maybe across coastal Louisiana. But as we get in tonight, you can see this, some thunderstorms erupting here a little bit across the south. You can see some across the east. This is this afternoon on Wednesday. So we got some storms here, we got some storms here, and all these are going this way. Florida storms are kind of staying stagnant today. Not a lot of movement in Florida. Everything else is going west to east, following that high pressure. And then here's tomorrow. Look at that, even more of this blob really rolling into Texas tomorrow morning. Look at this. So that's pretty healthy. Almost a little spinach, a little bit. But nothing official. But that's it. We got a lot of folks watching in coastal Texas. So that could be interesting tomorrow. Let's get a little closer to Texas. I know we got a lot of folks down there watching down there. Let's see here. Texas, Louisiana. And here is kind of what's coming tomorrow. So yeah, look at that. Healthy rains tomorrow morning. And that's all coming from that big Gulf blob. So there you go. I know we got folks in Corpus Christi area and down in Brownsville. So you got rain coming a little bit today, a little bit tonight, but it looks like a bigger blob tomorrow morning. And again, that's watching this little guy right here. So we'll keep an eye on this. You know, NHC is not talking about it. It's not tropical. A lot of it's just stemming off of this high pressure system blowing around here. So, you know, pulling up moisture, bubbling a little bit. We'll keep an eye on it. You never know. You know, we can look at things, you know, wind. Not showing any signs of low pressure or anything. So, kind of look at all this stuff. You know, so for now, it's nothing. It's nothing. Oh, man, anyway. Hotter than the Atlanta Braves. Well, the Atlanta Braves are hot. You know, the Atlanta Braves are coming to Tampa this weekend. I guess that's going to be one of the best series to watch. We have, at one time, Tampa had a #1 record. Now Atlanta does. So it's going to be the battle of the records. Candy, it's coming for you. What's up, Billy K? Good morning. Is that Kempton? I don't know. Billy K. I know Billy K. What's up, Bobby? Yep, everything has a season, right? Today, this is dust season. Let's show you some dust maps. So there is a little talk about Miss Shelley. How's it going with Miss Shelley? I did email you this morning to say hello. If you know Miss Shelley, she's our admin on the YouTube and Facebook side. Might be a neighbor if Emily goes to school over there. All right, let's talk about tropics a little bit. We'll show you some dust. Oh, Fred in Bolivia. I was close. Fred I know is in... well, wait a minute. That is my boy, Fred. That's awesome. I don't know if I emailed back. I don't know. Did you email me? I'm terrible today. Julie just texted me. She had to bring the car back because we had the cooler in there from the Rays game, and she said it was sloshing around. Oh, there's your email. I see it. What's up, Keisha from Jamaica? Very dusty. Yep. All right, let's talk about tropics real quick. So there is a little spot here kind of showing off of Africa. So we are looking next week, midweek. There's a spot that could be kind of trying to get going here in the middle Atlantic next week. So there's been a little bit of modeling showing that consistency. The Euro picked up on it a few days ago. I shared it on the Brew Crew side, but we'll take a look. This is tropical tidbits again, but we'll see. You know, the Canadians are most aggressive with it. Let's go midweek next week, right about here. There you go. So if there was a place to watch what's next, so keep this date in mind. We'll look at the Sal outbreak here in a second. This is the 12th, which is next week. So we'll see. There's a little sign we can see, a low pressure trying to, get going. It would be nearing the islands next Friday, Thursday, Friday. So whatever happens here will be here next Thursday, Friday. So this is next Wednesday. This is next Friday. Euro, not really showing it. It did a little bit, and then it didn't. Just basically low pressure. Here's the low pressure speeding up a little bit more in the Canadian model. This is next Wednesday. Same general idea, though. There's low pressure next Wednesday and next Thursday. So Euro tick quick. So, could be watching a little wave next week. Nothing really showing organization. Here's next Wednesday on the Euro. So generally middle of next week, maybe have a wave right here to watch. The Icon does pretty good sniffing these little guys out. It's showing basically a little bubble, little wave right there. You can see a little bump. This is next Tuesday, Wednesday. Pacific's really getting active, though. There's a lot of storms popping over there. Did I say Pacific? Yeah, Pacific. There's the East Pacific. So we got a new little spot, 20%. 7 day, we got it red now and yellow. So Two systems likely going to be popping over there on the Pacific side. Nothing on the Atlantic side. Let's look at some ensembles. Well, then we'll look at some dust. So what we're looking for is middle of next week. And you go to your 51 member ensemble site, and there you go. You got just a few trying to maybe get something going. This would be next the 12th. So not a lot of support, but enough to talk about. So nothing solid, nothing worrisome. Yesterday's 12Z had a few. Overnight yesterday, the 4th, had a few too. So, that's it. Very low chances, but I like to point out areas to watch that are starting to show. Possibly makes sense. Tropical storm map here, kind of showing the first sign. Tropical depression on this site is always pretty active, but when you go to tropical storm, it's a little bit more on the, probability increase. So we'll look. The next run of this is at 2 p.m. We'll see if there's any more support, but not much. We go to the dust map here, so we'll see where the dust is going to be at next week, because there's a big outbreak right now. This is not as dramatic. This is not as dramatic as Fox. Fox has a really good brown on their site. This is myfoxhurricane.com. I mean, that looks pretty intense, like a lot of dust, right? They even have it down in the Gulf of Mexico. That's current, right? That was actually yesterday. Let's see if we can fast forward it to that was the 7th. So how do I get back here? Let's go to today. Here's today, about today. So, last week we talked about this dust might be making it around the 4th into the Gulf, and it's showing up. I mean, if you're in Texas, there's a chance it's going to get hazy tonight. So, about mid-afternoon, when the sun's up there and it's blazing hot, if it looks a little milky, a little white, that's the sun peeking through some of that dust. And then we'll see what it does later. You get some nice sunset sometimes. But this is the big plumes coming, which is this other model here I got up. Let me pull it up here. I don't know where it's at. I have so many maps. Yes. So we did our thing the other day, and I closed literally like 48 tabs. So here's that big plume. It's really hard to see on this map, but this really magnifies the thick stuff. So here's another one coming. This is really heavy. So anybody down the Caribbean, Puerto Rico, Hispaniola, man, this is current. There's another one coming. So this new one might reach here by the weekend in South Florida, and that's hazy, adding to the heat. Here's your next plume of dust, very normal, but look at this, July 9th. Oh my goodness, we got another one coming. And it's going to reach Caribbean in 4 days, so over the weekend. Another round over the weekend. And then here's that little bubble of maybe something trying to come across. So this is what I wanted to point out. On the long range maps here, there's a little bubble of nothing, and this is right around the 12th. So anything behind it's got a lot of dust to deal with, so we'll have to keep an eye on a wave that might be emerging soon. There's that little window of opportunity maybe if it stays ahead of that dust, but man, there's a lot of dust. So like I said, the Saharan desert in Africa, there's storms over Africa, winds coming over from Africa. They get lifted up and basically come across the Atlantic. They get picked up, they ride above another layer of moisture, and kind of just flies itself across, and it originates, and it's really heavy this time of year. So it starts to wind down a little bit towards the peak season months. So heavy dust is normal this time of year. Let's go to Weather Nerds and take a look at your whole Atlantic basin. And you can see things are kind of quiet. Other than that blob, man, in the Gulf, I'm sure there's people wondering what the heck's going on. But there's another tropical wave. It's going to be reaching the islands in a few days. So you might get some more rain. I'd say probably the weekend. This little area here, this little area right here will reach. Oh, what happened there? How did I do that? I don't know what I hit. But anyway, so let's look at some models on that. Let's see if we can see some of that moisture coming across. See when it's going to actually reach our island friends. So yeah, if it's going to make it, it'll be Friday, Saturday. Here it is. This is Saturday morning. And then midweek next week, we'll see if we got anything else out there. But dry for the islands now. A couple days of dryness, but you're going to get that tropical juice that's out there now. So, yeah, that's that. Let's see what else we can talk about. Oh, I wanted to see the winds and why they're getting wind or I bet you they got waves coming up. No, they don't really. Huh. Not really sure why we're getting coastal flood advisories in Jersey, but there are coastal flood advisories up in New Jersey, Maryland. Let's see what they got here. Coastal flood advisory. I wonder what's going on. Don't really tell you why. High tides, maybe. Well, we do have a full moon. I think we're in a full moon right now, actually. So maybe that's just more of it. I do have a moon link down here. Moon. So we're at 93.4% moon right now. We just passed full moon. So full moon was a couple days ago. But it might be a lot of it because of that. Oh, my Google ads are showing. I don't think I searched for that. Chia pet. Let's talk about chia pet. I love chia pets. I think I bought one time. Kelvin wants to know that low pressure showed from the icon. Yeah, it is. Everything's between that. So, basically, next week, sometime around the 11th and 12th, right here. It's a timing thing. So there's expected low on the Canadian model. Icon and Euro are a little bit faster. I don't know if we can do. And you can see the icon here, the 12th. So yeah, I mean, it's just. Maybe something to watch from next week. Maybe. A lot of rain in the Northeast, Claudine. Yes, I know. You guys and gals have been. This weather pattern has definitely been stuck with the jet streams and high pressures and all that good stuff coming your way. I don't think, though, it's kind of winding down a little bit. Let's take a look here for the next few days at least. Let's see here. I don't think there's anything organized really coming. This is Saturday. Low might push off on you guys. Ugh. So yeah, look at that. Sunday. I thought I saw that earlier. So Sunday, there's a chance, I guess, for more rains to come your way. For the Northeast. Here's Sunday. There's that low moving up. Ugh. It's kind of a double whammy. There's another one coming right behind it. So yeah. You could definitely have Sunday looking kind of wet. There's Sunday. So yeah, Saturday maybe not too bad, but there's your line. Then we got another low pressure right behind it. So but for sure this Sunday is looking kind of wet up that way. Some heavy rain. Do we go out that far yet on the excessive rain map? No. Here's Saturday. We'll see what Sunday shows. I don't know. This is Saturday. So I got all 4-day flood maps now. This is today. This is tomorrow. This is so here's today, tomorrow, and then Friday and Saturday. These are your excessive rain outlook maps. They might go past. I think they have an experimental day 5 now. Oh, look at that. There you go. So yeah, day 5 Sunday. There's your rain, Claudine. That's for Sunday. Sunday. What's up, Ian? You got more dust your way. Did you get that rain from the last tropical wave? I don't know. We were talking about that wave. Did it ever make it there? Kind of dry down there. Maybe, yeah, you got a little bit. There's some on your front side coming a little bit more. Guess it quite didn't make it there yet. Yeah, you got some incoming. This is all from that wave from 2 days ago, the 3rd. So yeah, you got some coming. This is the one that we getting there this weekend. This wave here. The one we're watching for next week hasn't even emerged yet from Africa, so that is several days away. What's happening in the DR? What's that? Kirsten, is that Dominican Republic? There is a wave right there now. Katie, don't yawn, I know. I think I've been pushing it a little too much lately. I gotta slow down. We've had a very active week between softball for 2 days out in the heat, 3-4 hours sleep. Had a friend in town Monday, Rays game yesterday. Getting up early. I can't sleep in. What's up, Kay? Happy 4th of July 5th. Well, curious, Kirsten, let me know what the DR is. I'd like to know what you're talking about there. But if you're wondering about Dominican Republic, there is a passing wave that looks like it'll be out of there pretty soon. So this little bubble will be interesting to watch in the Bay, lower Gulf here. It's not tropical, but it's interesting. Look at that. I mean, it doesn't have any spin, though. I mean, that's the thing. You know, a blob does not equate to tropics. They begin as blobs sometimes. Something, it takes time for pressures to lower, but yeah, it's interesting. I mean, no circle from the NHC. My buddy Walter emailed me on it last night too, where he had some good insight on it. If you're watching, Walter. Kirsten, Georgia's hot. What's up, Mr. Dale Keinberg? That's what my dad was saying, Dale, man. He can't remember any past years in Florida where we've kind of skipped rainy season. It's very odd, at least on our side of the interstate, 75. So Bay News 9, Spectrum 9 has a great tropics page. And you can monitor pressures in the region here. Doesn't really pinpoint this particular area, but you know, you can watch it. I mean, being close to this high pressure would be really hard. It would take time for anything to try to develop as this high pressure sits right here. But you know, doesn't show anything right now. We got the old school 850 maps we can look at. Nothing. 500. Nothing. So for now, it's just a blob. Check out the heat indexes. So we got a heat advisory up. Let's take a look at that. This is amazing. Another day of triple digits. So Tampa Bay broke their all-time daily record yesterday for July 4th, hit 97. So it was the hottest July 4th in Tampa Bay ever. Literally. A lot of other places broke records yesterday too. I don't think my record map shows daily records. I don't know where it's at. Cute. Daily temp records right here. I don't know if this has. Oh, I gotta change this link too. I want to go direct to this site, so I gotta change that link. I'll make me notes if I had pins at work. Jeez, how do they don't make pins? Like, how do you open? I got this pin from. How do you open that damn thing? It does. There's no pointer on it. It's like you turn something maybe, but I'm either getting old or I can't turn. Oh, you flick the thing down. This thing. They don't make pins like they used to. All right, so cool weather. I got to fix that link, and then on the app. All right, so let's go to cool weather, and just go to their front page and see if they have yesterday's records on there. Let's see here. I don't even know where the page is at. Current hourly statistics. Oh, that's a cool page. 24-hour temperatures. Wow, you got a lot of stuff on here. Heat index right now, 103. Is this current? This is right now? If this is accurate, the current heat index. Oh yeah, right now. So the hottest heat index right now is in Avon Park. This is a cool page. Oh, let's check out this page. This is awesome. I'll never find it again. But this is current hourly. Oh, this is really cool, man. I like this. This is a new link alert. I don't know where I'm going to put it. Heat index hourly thing. All right, hourly. So right now the current heat index is at 103 in Avon Park. Check this out. Key West this morning before daybreak was at 101. They probably had a little shower pass by or clouds or something. So went down to 98, but 4Z hour is like midnight almost, I think. Somewhere around there. So Key West at 101. Dew point this morning before sun up. Yesterday's record heat index looks like it was in Texas, 115. A couple days ago, Key West 98. A couple days ago, Titusville hit 112. Eddington, North Carolina, 119. That was July the 3rd. Where the heck is Eddington, North Carolina? You all hit 119 heat index, the 3rd. Mississippi, 105. That's pretty neat. Okay. Needles, California, 104. 112, California. It's pretty neat. I like this. I'm having fun with this one. Wasn't the record page that I was looking for, though. But here's another cool. Here's the record page. All right, so do we have yesterday? Past 24 hours. USA past 24 hours. This is an animated GIF, so it doesn't really, can't stop it, but you just see the sprinkle of color here that shows maybe past week. Oh, it's kind of fun. This is animated records. Yellow is within 3 degrees, orange was tying, red was breaking it. So that's kind of hard. I've never figured out they're animations. They won't let you stop it. But you can just see the sprinkle of yellows and oranges and reds from the last week. You do the past year. This is a long map. Every day since July. How about the globe? All that data. Anyway, there were a lot of records yesterday. Enough about that. Oh, new legal alert. What's up, Mr. Chris? Oh, man. What's up, Candy? Thanks for the stars. Bobby, what's that? The link to the site. Oh, you got it, Bobby. It's I actually have the link. It's cool. Right here. It's coolwx.com. COOLWX.com. And I'm going to fix it to where it's right now it goes to a static image showing current temperatures records within the last few hours. I think I'm just going to direct link it though. It'll be easier to figure out. Here's another map, more detailed current temps. Well, that's a nice page. usair.net or usnet.com. You can click on, I think you can click on the states too, maybe no. Oh, here we go. Click on regions a little more, so let's go. Yeah, I like this too. It's kind of neat. State low is 81. State high at 108. No, there's no way it's 108 degrees. There is no way. Immokalee, there's no way. Immokalee. Does anybody live in Immokalee? That's east of Naples. I have a feeling it feels like 202 degrees in Immokalee. Oh, that's hilarious. Let's see if we can go to I wonder if they got their own station. Let's see, Immokalee. Let's see. How do you even spell it? Immokalee weather. Let's see what it says if I get to our page. No, that says 87. 288. No, I have a feeling it was a mess up, obviously, but feels like 202 degrees. That's pretty hot. If you're driving through hell. All right, long range looking. Here's a new map. This came out. This is your Global Tropics Hazards map, and it's showing you that July 8th through the 11th, a couple days from now, we've got heat returning down to the south and out west. So their hazardous heat remains through the weekend here, 7/8 to 7/11, touching Mississippi there, close to Alabama, through Texas. So the heat remains on the long range maps. Historically speaking, like I said, tropics talking. We are technically still, right here. So historically, doesn't mean anything. It's where we're at. Still still slow early July. So this is what the chit chat's about. Of course, is the water temps. This was a new 7-day average on Tropical Tidbits. This is a cool map, I think, because it shows you the average for the last week, and we saw the Gulf do a brief cool down. It was in the 70s in the Panhandle when we were there. I mean, that water was chilly, man, and we had temperatures in the low 80s for Clearwater. Now it's up to 90, 91 for Clearwater Beach again. This is your 7-day change in water temperature, and you can see how that heat bubble that we had last week warmed things up considerably, especially along the East Coast too, Western Atlantic. So there's your temperature map for the last 7 days, showing you things heating up. The overall map showing you anomalies overall, showing above normal quite a bit. So this is the one, this is the one unknown with everybody is when we do get a system trying to develop, will there be enough wind shear to slow it down? Will the water temperature enable, some surprise rapid intensification last second like we've seen a lot lately? I did post an interesting article on our Brew Crew just now. If you want to Google it, there is a article about sulfur emissions, I think it was, something like that. Something they've changed in the laws and the freighters that go across the Atlantic. And one article, they theorized that those emissions might have helped cool, I don't know if it was the atmosphere or water or what, but now they're saying maybe these new sulfur rules might be changing things a little bit. So there's an article on that. This is the only Frenchie that purrs that I know of. I don't know if Frenchies purr, but this little guy purrs like a cat. And he's doing really good. He's really healthy lately, so we're really proud of that. Thank you, Doc Smith. Curlew Animal Hospital got him back to normal. So we're trying to reduce his steroids down to every other day because his skin's doing so much better. Yeah, you're the good boy. Oh, we get to take him to Panama. We got a big softball. So, I'm going out of town middle of July. I think that's our last trip planned as we enter peak season. So as you know, the history, the last 3 storms that we've had, I've been out of town. So I'll be out of town middle of July. Still be streaming live though. We'll do our lives and YouTubes and stuff, so it won't matter. I'm not camping. But this is interesting. This is your anomaly map. We'll see. I don't know. But it's warming up quick. I've seen over the years, the temperature maps, they warm up fast sometimes. We had that brief spell where the Gulf was cool because we had some really strong winds rolling in out of that northeast. But it didn't take long for them to come back. Curious with a lot of this Sal outbreak, it's been shown in prior years when we have a lot of dust. It helps act like a solar blanket almost maybe and keep the Atlantic a little cooler. But like I said, it's also normal. So water's hotter now. Get the same amount of dust. Water's going to remain hotter is the theory. But water anomalies, they're back to 4 degrees. Some spots 3 degrees, 2 degrees. Around the coastal areas 2 to 3 to 4 degrees above normal. This is weekly too, by the way. This is warming up quick. We got another heat bubble coming next week, so it's only going to warm things up here more. This is based on 30-year averages of temperature anomalies. So if we take this timestamp, July 5th, 2023, right, and we go back to last year, remember white is your more normal, if there is such a thing as normal. White should be normal, and this is the region that everybody's like, holy moly, what's going on out here? It's 4 or 5 degrees above normal. But let's look back at last year for this week, 626 to 72. Let's click. See, now you don't miss the clicks because it'd be going clickety click right now. So we're going back to the future, me and Marty and Doc. Oh, we went too far. We went 88 degrees though. All right. Hey, it wasn't that much. Well, you can argue it's about the same. Well, not much different really. The Gulf's really not much different. My curiosity though is going to be this. A week ago, the Gulf was below average because of that brief weather setup we had with these winds rolling in. Now that we got high pressure locked in, I think it's going to warm up quick. But hey, just last year, pretty close. Now this is the region that is 2 to 3 to 4 degrees above normal right now. Fast forward to now, that's a big difference. Well, it is still hotter now in the Gulf, so that's now. Curious, so let me show you this weekly anomaly just a couple weeks ago. Let's go back to last month. So this was first part of June last month. And you can see how the Gulf was actually below normal of a degree or two across the basin here. So this is where your anomaly map was last month at this time. So in 1 month, the water averages of where it should be to now, it jumped quite a bit. So we'll see if that trend continues. This is the region you watch. Again, that little blob in the Gulf is as healthy as it looks. It's bubbling really good, actually. I'm surprised. Hey, Bobby, what do you? I mean, come on. This is where we watch things in real time, right? I mean, I don't see any spin with it. It's going to take time. This is the area we're watching right here. It's actually a surge of moisture, probably from another wave that got pulled up. But just now, see, look at the difference here. When you look at the Pacific, look, you can see spin already happening. You know, we're starting to see a developing low pressure on the Pacific side, and they have this marked at 20% right now. But this is not showing any signs of spinach yet. So, you know, this is one of the million things you look at on developing tropical systems. So, spin, no spin. You know, spin in the Pacific, no spin in the Gulf. But let's look at some other satellites. Just let me close some windows here. Chrome just did an update today, by the way. So I was debating whether or not to download it or not, but I did anyways, and we're good to go. So, all right, let's look at some Goes Eat satellite. You know, another good satellite I don't share enough of is this one right here, DuPage, right here, that little guy right there. That's a good map. Click on that one. Go to weather data. Go to satellite. We can zoom in on sub-regional sectors. Not like sectors. Basically, and you can kind of get sometimes really closer to things if there was something, but looks like we'll stick to this regional sector, which is right there. But what's cool about this one is it's very high resolution, and you can really start to see the bubbling thunderstorms. Oh, I can't really zoom this one though. Darn it. But you can see bubbling thunderstorms, rising convection with that cluster of whatever. So, I mean, it's kind of neat to look at. Let's go a little closer just for fun, even though it's not the whole thing. You can see that. See the thunderstorm bubbling. Another sign of strengthening systems is lightning, and one thing that Weather Nerds does very well is includes lightning in his IR satellites. And when you put it in motion here, you can see, and you've wondered what that noise is. That's Hunter. He's licking my feet. Dale, you're in Auburndale. That's cool, buddy. That's the old wave, Bobby. Yep. Oh, you got to listen to your song. Here's your white. Here's the lightning. So, using up that ocean heat content. You know, we have the Gulf starting to get some of these loop currents and loop eddies out there. So it'll be using, you know, there's a little loop eddy. So yeah, it'll be feeding off of that. A little bit of warm water. Might do a little video on that actually. A little bit of warm water. Goes satellite also has a good one with lightning on it. Goes east. If you go goes east, you can click on the Gulf here, and you can go to this little guy right here. It's current satellite with lightning flash extent. So if you want to get a little closer to a system, you can see that it's been constantly firing quite a bit of lightning. It'd be quite odd, though, to see any sort of low pressure be able to develop next to a high pressure so dominant right now. It'd be interesting, but I don't know how it could do that. So there's our convergence. A lot, you know, it's just too close in proximity. Here's our Gulf high pressure, and you know, not to say it couldn't happen, but a lot of this is going to reach the Gulf or the Texas coast tomorrow. A lot. So if you're living, you're going to want to track this thing, especially in lower Texas, for tomorrow, regardless of any development, because this is going to be reaching your coastline tonight, but definitely into tomorrow morning. Here's HR really showing it arriving tomorrow. Yeah, keep an eye on it. Bobby knows how we like to watch things in real time. KD, have a great day, all right? Meeting? Yeah, so we got a little weather to talk about. It's not too bad today. Not too bad. Look at this precipitable water. Holy moly, a lot of moisture. Let's go to the Euro here. We can really see the precipitable. I wonder if Levi's got it. Let's go to his site. I'm sure he does. Precipitable water. Let's zoom in on the Gulf of Mexico here. It's more humidity maps, but I don't know. I don't know if he does or not. I haven't really used it on his site. But we'll go to this map here. Precipitable water. So we go Central America, go to Gulf of Mexico, scroll on down here, precipitable water. This is your juice. Look at that. So, if you want a scary image, I could post that one. That is the amount of moisture in the atmosphere. And the PWAT precipitable water map. But look at that, man. A lot of moisture down in the Gulf of Mexico. And it might make its way north into Texas. Definitely Mexico. But doubt we're going to see any development with it. But it'll be fun to watch. Today and tomorrow. You know, I think I did this a year ago too. You know, I think, you know, I always forget things that I've done in the past. But I used to use this map a lot more for detecting waves. So let's go to the 12th next week, and there is this wave right here, 11th and 12th. This is the one showing up on a few models. So this is the midweek wave next week that's showing up on a couple models and ensemble runs. So that's if I was to watch an area, this would be the one for next week. If, and that's a big if. Let's see another one here. We can look at some SpaghettiOs. Tropical Atlantic. Oh goodness, let's see what we're gonna look at. I don't know. SpaghettiOs. Couple little guys. Of course, one of them develops it. 1 out of 51 develops it. Hits Carolina. Very, 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 very low chance. But so anyway, what else we got? Anything else good? Nothing much. We made it almost to an hour. All of our great supporters yesterday shared some wonderful July 4th posts. Of course, I shared the ABC one because we always open the show with it. Furman blasted everything with their awesome red, white, and blue generator here that they sell, which was so cool to see it all over the internet. Let's see if I can zoom in on it a little closer. This little guy right here. It's even on sale. Look at that. So, $429.99. I wonder if they apply our discount to that. Wouldn't that be awesome? So there's $429.99. But that's awesome. It's got all kinds of bells and whistles on it. But it's wrapped in American flags, so you can't go wrong. Cool little guy. Doesn't get much more patriotic than that. I'm going to keep it in the trunk of my Tesla and charge it when I need more battery. Hey, Bobby, yeah, I saw Phil's ensemble map. It was some 15-day Ben Knoll weather. Does he have a website? Oh, Phil did. I think it was Ben Knoll, maybe. Maybe it's Phil. No, but there was a 15-day Euro map showing basically that middle month You know, the Euro. So the Euro came out today, and still predicted above average season. A lot of ace. A lot of people are wondering what to believe, but I've given up on long range forecasts because it only takes one. Every season we've had that one or two systems. Season was a huge bust last year. They predicted a very active season. We had a normal season. So even with all the knowledge that we have, Mother Nature still does what she wants. All right, so anything else we can yak about? No, let me flip on my sponsor box here. I haven't showed that in a while. The Red Reed, welcome, thank you. Have a great day. We got a softball game tonight. I hope the girls drink up. What's up, Mr. Tom? No spinach today. What's up, Bob? Tom? All right, well, that's about it. Yeah, well, last year we had no storms in July and August. Longest stretch in many years. Let's look at the water vapor imagery a little bit on this Gulf blob. A lot of moisture out there. There you go. So, a lot of moisture. It's bubbling. I'll tell you, I mean, for no low pressure, it's a very interesting little blob, that's for sure. But it's just a blob. So, anyway, all right. Well, today's Wednesday, so we'll be live tomorrow, Friday. See what tomorrow brings, and we'll just keep tracking weather. Storms today along the upper Gulf, East Coast, brewing west to east. Some middle Florida storms popping. That'll cool things off, but that heat definitely will help spark some things quick. So expect some Mother Nature fireworks later tonight, again, for middle Florida. And then we'll watch this blob tonight and tomorrow work its way towards Texas. Let's see what it brings. Did y'all see that new sphere thing in Vegas? The wildest thing ever. I guess it just debuted. It's got all kinds of crazy graphics on it and stuff. Have a good day, Lisa. Thank you. Catch y'all later. All right. See you guys and gals tomorrow. Appreciate you watching Daily Brew as always. Really appreciate it when things get active. Of course, this will be a place to be as we digest every possibility and look at all the models. But for now, enjoy a little break. All right. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.